Good front position. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Go ahead, step out, take a couple breaths. If you want to kneel down, sit down, that's all good too. All right, come on up. I'm seeing if my technology works for me today to get a little bit something different while we're doing that. Go ahead, just hit 20 jumping jacks. Get your heart working. On your own, go ahead and go. Let's see if this works.
In kindergarten. Next school fit here, like in here, and this all kindergarten, okay?
No, of course not. Oh well. I was gonna try to get some music for you guys today, but my phone says no. So let's just come on up. We're gonna do it without. And let's just warm up today before we get into our basics, before we explore our ideas. Just a little bit of shadow boxing. So let's start with some mid-range strikes. Upper body, closed hands. Get your jab cross. Just work some non-stop motion. You can step up the circle, switch. Get a little bit of difference in stances. Can work some hammers in there too. They don't all have to stay closed fists. Work some back fists. Go ahead and open that up. Get some open hands now. Could be chops. Could be tiger's claws. Could be palm strikes. Now let's just switch it. All lower body. So just kicks, could be front leg kicks, shuffles, back leg, back kick. Remember, we're just getting warmed up. They don't have to be full power. Now let's collapse those. Let's just get knees. Now let's collapse the upper body, just elbows. Good, come on back in. Right where you're at, let's get 10, 10, and 10. 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 10 water pumps. Go.
Yeah. Please need you do
Good.
here.
Come on, back up. Once you're finished with that, take a couple deep breaths. Quick full body stretch. Take your elbow behind your head, pull it in the opposite direction. You can always lean back into it, get that shoulder loosened up. Now that it's warmed up, let it drop. Same thing above the elbow. Hug that arm towards you, get that shoulder blade now. Take both hands behind, push those arms out, stretch out the chest. Bring that other arm across, pull in the elbow. Bring that arm across, hug it. Grab the side of your neck. Gentle pressure, I'm just letting the weight of my arm pull it to the side. Switch. Take your prayer hand position, bottom of the chin. Give it a little stretch backwards. Remember, you never need to go to the point of pain. We're going to about 85, 90% of our mobility. Just enough to feel that stretch. Hands behind the head, I'm not lacing them. I'm just cupping behind one over the other. Add a little bit of weight to the front of the head. Good, let's get, we've been doing this a little bit more dynamic, a little bit of back and waist stretch. We're gonna go under the bridge and we're gonna do our limbo. So legs are a little bit apart, not locking my knees. First, I'm gonna reach back, there's my limbo. We're gonna hold for one breath. Now I'm gonna reach down under the bridge, reach as far as you can under your legs. Back. Forward. Last one, back. And forward. Good, go ahead and walk those feet together. Reach down, grab your calves, grab your ankles, toes, ground. Whatever you can reach and feel that stretch. Good, walk those legs out. Sit at the hips. Try to keep the back straight, feet flat. Go as wide as you need to. I'm putting a little pressure on the inside of my knees to send them out for that groin stretch. You can add a little rotation, a little swing right and left, or front and back to add to that stretch. From here, go ahead and walk those knees forward. Continue that groin stretch. Push the hips back. Balls of the feet underneath you. Walk those feet up. If you can press the heels down, a little downward dog. And let's walk ourselves back up. And then roll up the back. One vertebrae at a time. All right. Good, shake it out. Let's get back into some basics here. Let's get some upper body strikes. Let's work those mid-range arm strikes again, mid-long from a horse stance. Let's go work a little coordination into it as well. We're going to start with a front two-knuckle punch and open it into a palm strike. So we're gonna do 4 strikes. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm going to go solar plexus, chin. Front two knuckle, palm strike, palm strike. Here we go. And move. 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 Good. Now let's work a little bit of open hand and closed hand. So we're going to start with our chops, neck, and then let's go hammer, hammer. So neck, ribs. I'm kind of adapting my rechambering process to give it a little bit more point of origin. So on this one, you can go ahead and break the bow if you want. You can keep a little bit more traditional bow, but go ahead and let yourself experiment with a little bit of point of origin moving into those second strikes. Once again, chop to the neck, hammer ribs, hammer ribs. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's switch it up. Let's get a little bit of lower body now. So, little low kick combination here. Let's take a front leg roundhouse kick. We're going to take that low, think of knee, and then we're going to go groin kick. So 1, 2. Front leg, back leg. Doesn't matter which one you guys start with. Like we always say here, I'm mirroring you guys, so if you want to work on the same side, if you switch it on the other leg, doesn't really matter. We're going to balance it out. So once again, instep, ball. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch it up. Same thing, mirror. Round, ball, and move. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Shake it out. Let's get into some block variations. So everything we're doing today, once again, is just feeding that creativity. What I'd like to do after we finish all of this is just collectively pick an attack. Pick an entry into it, and then choose some targets to counter strike. So right now, we're building all of our strikes. Start thinking as you're hitting. Really imagine, use me if you have to, as an idea for where those targets are hitting. Start developing some high zone ideas, some mid zone ideas, and some low zone ideas. And start inventorying your different weapons for range. How close are you after you're making your entry, after you have your first strike? So now let's go into some more strictly defensive maneuvers. Let's get into our blocks. Let's start right out the gate with some hard style blocks. Let's go with our inward thrusting blocks. Right from point of origin, make sure the fist is going fast past the face. Whatever block you're using, always make sure that you're intercepting away from the body. I never want a close line of intersection past my face. Here we go. Inward blocks. Let's pump these out. I like the combo. I like the rapid movement idea. Let's pump these out 3 at a time. And move. 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 Good. Let's take those now. Extend it outward. Extend it outward. Extend it outward. 3 in a row again. And move. 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 Good. Let's take those same movements. Now let's explore some open hand. Let's make them parries. So add, after your bite, after your meeting, a little bit of redirection to my other side. So I'm drawing a circle, a slight oval triangle back from one side of the shoulder to the other. 1, 2, 3. Be careful of exaggerating that circle too much and coming outside of the body. Remember, no matter if it's a hard style block or that soft style block, I'm going to go right from point of origin and intercept. Here we go. Let's slow these down a little bit. Let's do these one at a time because I want to be really clear on that path of action. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's take that same outward. We're going to turn this into more of a knife hand block than a parry. So we're going to use the bottom edge into the forearm for that same block. Knifing out, attacking that arm. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's do something we don't hit a whole lot of. I want you to take your roundhouse elbow idea, and this time we're going to use more of the flat. You're going to find that just like your elbow attacks, you're going to want to break the bow. So we're going to take that elbow, that flapping elbow, in and slightly down. In and down. So I'm really using my rotation to go past on this one. I've got an inward, downward, using my flap. A little bit of wing block here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's get 10 more of those since those are a little unorthodox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's stay unorthodox a little bit, and we're going to pair up 2 hands for this block. We're going to do a driving forearm. So for this idea, think of your inward block, but instead of going across your body to intercept, you're going to meet with a elbow would be great. So I'm not sure if those of you who have been in class remember our idea of directing the punch into the elbow. Very devastating, but it's an extremely small surface area to try to make contact with. So we're just going to adjust that, and we're going to make it the whole forearm. So instead of moving the punch out of the way, we're gonna meet it, and we're gonna use our opposite hand as a little safety net and guide if we need to redirect a little bit. So we've got, we're gonna do 10 on one side, and then we're gonna switch it to 10 on the other side. If you need to, we're getting a little bit more collapse, go ahead and break the bow. Here we go. 1, 2, right from the hips, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. 2 more ideas, and then let me see where we're at. I want to give us plenty of time to play. Awesome, lots of time here. So, a little bit of the Karate Kid paintbrush idea. We're gonna work these both in harmony. We're gonna do it from our horse stance. Let yourself drop and give yourself a little bit of a push. I don't want to fully extend my legs, but I can play with levels on this one. And we're adding an action of the wrist for a secondary bite. So as we hit, we're gonna pop that palm down for a little added bonus there. And as we come back up, we're gonna use the chicken wrist almost for the same idea, rising. So we've got a dropping motion and a rising motion. Instead of rechambering, we're just gonna start hands out here. So this could be right from our ready stance. And we've got an answer going down, we've got an answer going up. We'll even play with a little bit of both here in a second. So first, just our hands up, dropping motion into rising motion, and drop, rise, drop, rise, drop, rise, drop, rise, drop, rise. Now, let's put 2 different levels here, and we're just gonna play a little bit of coordination, both at the same time. One is gonna do the rising motion, one is gonna do the dropping motion. And you're gonna find that this, as opposed to the rising and falling, is gonna be a little bit more rotational in its structure and its force production. All right, we've got our hands set. Doesn't matter which one's up top first. We're gonna give both a workout. And go, 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 go. All right. So, nice little upper body, lower body workout, little bit pulling away from our traditional blocks and strikes. But remember, if we went to our upward blocks, our downward blocks, I can also explore knife hands with those. I can explore my outward parries, my outward blocks. Those are all options. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to let you guys add into this. We're going to do a little improv. Somebody give me an attack.
Swinging hook.
A swinging hook. All right. Love it. So now, you guys are the artists here. I want you to come up all with your own entry to that swinging hook. It might be the same thing. That doesn't matter. But I want you to give yourself. Now we're going to use our imagination. So, swinging hook. Let's make that a little bit of a haymaker. Big, powerful swing. I'm going to come up with my own as well. Once you come up with your entry, let's add maybe 3 moves. Up to 3 moves, that's all we need. And then once you're ready, come on back up. And Honey, Rachel, and whoever's on the cruise, I encourage you, this would be a good day to unlock your video because, like I said, we're creating creative writing here. There's no right or wrong answers. We're gonna explore everybody's idea here. Good, everybody had a good point with their brain. They've got something they're ready to, that's all it needs to be. Well then, Isaac, this was your idea. Let's see what you got.
Okay. Instead of trying to meet the haymaker, my thought is to let the attacker's energy draw into my counterattack. So instead of trying to block it, I'm just covering my head so I don't get clobbered, and then stepping into it with a straight right back to knuckle, check left hand, shot down into the ribs to get them bending towards me. And as they're bending towards me, low roundhouse to the leg, pop. It puts me in a position with the arm.
Nice.
So that I can get it into a bar or do something else with it.
Very cool. So another awesome little idea Mr. Isaac put in here was dealing with the punch the same way we deal with the roundhouse. You had a little step up the circle into that shot there. So let's all run this real quick. Isaac, run us through this again. We're gonna do it with you.
So attack comes in. I'm thinking of it as a big swinging right haymaker.
Right.
So as it's coming towards you, instead of stepping away from it or meeting it like we do with 5 swords, you're going to step off the line, and then as this punch comes in, you're essentially changing the angle of attack. So you're going to step. Your left foot is going to step up the circle, so you end up in a bit of a neutral bow as you're blocking your head and striking. So just that much real quick. So hit comes in, step up, strike, and right away you're going to check with the left hand to get some control and maintain contact with your attacker. Punch down into the ribs with your right, and as he's leaning in, you're going to take your right leg, that low roundhouse that we were doing earlier, and kick out that near leg and settle down into an arm bar or some.
I like it.
Yeah. So it's 2 levels of collapse. So boom, check, collapse here, and then you've got possibility for some control, hammer to the side of the head, something.
I'd like to add some ideas to this, if I may.
Absolutely.
One, really cool to see your brain, Isaac, because he's pulling some roundhouse kick, like I said, ideas to step up the circle. Then this is pretty much right out of orange belt and purple belt with our snapping twig and clutching feathers. When you get to this downward punch, if you let it hook a little bit, you can lead it right into that round and almost throw a little shuffle in for some extra backup mounts.
Okay, boom, yeah, so it loads it up a little bit.
So let that hit go right into the kick.
Okay. So it's quicker.
Boom, I like it. Nice. Any questions on that little idea? Anything anybody else notices? Otherwise, it looks like Armine's up next. Let's see. I thought I saw a little bob and weave going on over there.
Yes, I was kind of thinking like dominating circles a little
Uh-huh.
bit. So just ducking under the strike, but also, sorry, there's also construction going on, so don't mind. As you duck, you also do like one of Jared's favorite strikes, like a solar plexus, and then kick out the knee that they stepped in with, and then land with the elbow. I don't know where they exactly would end up, but I'm imagining like
Hey, you got a lot of options to get there. Yeah.
and then spread them out with your leg as you hit them with the claw to the face. Hopefully that disturbs their balance. And then you do a forward switch and the back kick with your left foot. And then you cross out.
Nice. Let's see that. Let's see that one more time.
So duck, hit, come up, kick the foot, land with the elbow, spread out, claw, and then a concave stance like in stance set, and back kick with your left foot and out.
The one thing I would add to that is give yourself a little insurance going on. Everything else is looking solid. Pop, boom. Now, if you take that knee out, there's a good chance they're down at the end here. So you might just have, you're kicking on the way out. I don't know if that, there's your fork in the road. Back kick if they try to get back up. Low kick if they're trying to get up from the ground.
This
Nice.
is all brown belt doing its thing. Every technique ends in a shuffle up back kick.
You've got leaping crane off of a hook punch, finishing up with dominating circles. That could be your takedown. If the knee's down here, you can probably take this hand. We're assuming, once again, perfect case scenario. But if this knee goes down, you can probably use that spread to get the head over here for you. And then you've got a drop or a little knee brace for your finisher move. Nice. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Christopher's back. What we got, Chris?
I was working on the idea of something similar to Sword of Destruction, or Five Swords. I think it's Five Swords, where you're stepping in with a double block to catch the punch, but you have to get inside this person, because if they're coming in with a strong haymaker, you need to get inside the punch. Then passing the punch to the other side, so now you've got the arm trapped, grabbing it with your hand, and giving it that nice old break. And then from there, pinning the arm against your body as you pivot, thrust punch to the head. You could do many other things there, obviously, but the key is catching the punch, redirecting the energy, and putting it into a break.
I like that one. There's also an opportunity to pop either into the shoulder joint or right into the chin. For my safety, same thing. I'd add a little bit of Armine's idea and put just a little bit of drop in my redirection. And then I'm a small guy, so I'm probably going to add a step on that break. And then the ending there, Kelly, is like one of our knife techniques. Right? Where we have the reverse into the hammer strike at the end. Don't ask me the name of it because I don't remember.
Also stealing a bit from our armbar technique.
But what I like off of that armbar, Chris, is reversing it and pulling them back into the punch or the takedown. And what we can think about is, let's go through this technique again. Boom. I've got my wall set up, my universal block. I've got my redirection. I can either use, you could probably use a forward bow from here. I like a switch to get my body behind it. Now, as we bring them back up, I can set up a little trip if I've got the leg close enough. I've got a hammer or I've got a straight shot that I can use. I like it. Nice. All right, Kelly, what do we got?
So I was thinking like the entry's similar to 5 swords. So you have a hard block with your left, but I want to send him back. So I do a tiger smash to his face. So as his hands are going back up to reach for his face, I grab them both, pull him up with his arm. Left hand pulls away as you get an elbow to his face. So it's going to be block, pull, and then go in for that wrist lock, kind of like cross twigs, left kick to his sternum.
I like it. You know what's crazy is you guys are consciously noticing techniques, but there's movements in there that are subconsciously just trained in your body. I'm seeing off of this one, there's repeated devastation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. So we had our elbow, you had redirection.
And then just right into a left kick to his sternum. Yep.
Love it.
Just leave him. Or her.
Smash it in, smash it again, take the wrist, pow, pop it if I want to.
Yeah.
Very cool, guys, very cool. So that takes us to our first attack idea. Let's get, who's got another one for me? Can be any attack. This is our creative writing day. And Isaac already went, so.
How
we
about
have,
a punch?
what's that?
Into a punch.
A push into a punch. What type of punch? Let's
do
mix it up a little bit.
Overhead.
Overhead looping. All right. So we have a little setup into this attack. So you got some energy off of the push, and then you've got your reaction to the looping overhead. Here's your time. Let's see what we got. All right, we had a place to work. Kelly, you're up first. It's your technique. It's your attack.
All right. So I don't know if this would work, but it sounds like fun. So it doesn't matter, like when they push you, you absorb it. It doesn't matter which foot you step back with. Just for this, I step back with my right. And as he's coming in, I have him coming in with the left-handed. So as I'm balance a little bit, I'm actually going to ride that punch coming in with both hands to send him and like go with him, like absorb his motion and step off the line with my right foot. So whatever foot I step back with is also going to step off the line. And the opposite foot, as he's falling, hopefully on his back, is going to set up a little bit of a straight leg so that it can kind of exacerbate his speed. So push, step back, boom. So now hopefully he's on his back. Wrap that around your knee, that arm that you have. Kick him in the arm, land in the groin. His face comes up a little bit, so meet it with the tiger smash.
A falling falcon in there.
A little bit.
Dance of death. No, leap of death in the fallen falcon.
Yeah, the first part's hard to explain because it's like I step back with my right foot, so I absorb it, and then I step off the line, and then trip him with my left. If that's even I don't even know if his leg would come in contact, but it sounds cool.
Hey, like I said, this is all creative writing day.
Yeah. So
If it does, you have hooks here, we can always go to the other direction.
yeah.
So fork in the road, this works and they go down and I go right into my wrap.
Hmm.
They catch their momentum. I take a step into the other direction. Yeah. I work the wrist again.
I like that. Oh yeah.
Nice. Yeah. One thing I nature of punches and where they're coming from, I would just add
Go under it.
some height reduction in that for safety.
Okay.
Yep.
I was trying to get like a little Aikido flow going on. Just using
No, you're doing a lot of energy manipulation today. That's where your head's at. I like it. Everybody, the cool thing is everybody's got a different style. Everybody's hitting it different today. Let's go to, actually, I'll show you guys mine next. I didn't do the last one. So my idea, since they're coming high on here, I'm already small. I'm gonna go super low and I'm gonna take out the groin. So I like going with an open hand just because it's a lot easier to get a lot of target. There's grabbing afterwards and ripping if you need to. So as I go underneath this, I'm gonna go around and I've got a lot of spring now to come up for my roundhouse knee. I'm gonna let myself, marriage of gravity, drop with the elbow. And then from here, whatever's open, knee, head, follow up with the other knee. So I'm gonna go under, bring the height down, go out around, use my offline attack, marry it up one more time.
Cool.
Yeah, a little close quarters. Chris, what you got?
I was playing with the idea of something similar to triggered salute, in either direction. So if it's a cross-hand push that we're imagining, they're coming in with a punch, you can trigger, you can get on the outside, striking, pinning the hand, and then from here you can pull down, turn and strike, turn and strike this direction. If you're going for the inside, it's a little more dangerous, but the idea would be the person pushes you, you catch it again. The idea of triggering is that you're moving forward into the stance. So pinning and striking across, this cuts off the punch, can also serve as a bit of a block. You can turn it into a block very easily. So striking and then coming down. And then from there, linear attack, finish the person off. But again, this
yeah,
is
a little glancing salute idea. Can I see that one more time?
outside or inside. So if they're
whichever one. We're gonna play with whichever one you choose. Yeah.
coming to the outside, pinning, striking, pulling down, and then going linear. Exactly. So striking, dropping, turning and strike. Very simple.
I like how that loads up for that palm. You step in, comes down, and then it like springs back up into that palm strike. I like it.
Once again, yeah. So much of your tempo coming out, right? That's one almost direct out of glancing salute, but then we use it so many more times. You know, the end of parting wings, the idea of checking down and opposing forces or threading through. Nice. Armine, what we got?
So mine is like another combination of techniques. like the entry of circles of protection into obstructing the storm, into crossing town extension. So as you get pushed, depending on whatever foot you land back with, I tend to put my right back, so lock it with the right arm, and then if you have a chance, you grab the arm to redirect with your left arm, like obstructing the storm, into the arm bar, and then you grab hold of the wrist, and you turn them around, smack them on the floor. As they're falling down, you do a kick, and if you can measure, you can do one more kick before you come.
I love it. Little tap dance on the ground. Let's see that one again.
So you get pushed, block with your right arm and right foot back, grab, so you can redirect with the left into the arm bar, and then you grab hold of the wrist lock, turn them around the opposite way, kick them as they go down, and then another jump kick.
I have one little alternate idea to play with that. And once again, it just comes with the stance change. When you go to your wrist lock, instead of turning in place, take the whole body with you. Take it in a step through reverse. I think there's use for the forward bow into the lock just for my mass. I'd rather take a step with it and get my whole body behind it.
Can I embroider on that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I like the possibility of an insert for limb destruction at the beginning of that. So it's coming up here. As you're coming up, I love the arm bar, but as you're coming up, getting a break in there as you come down to extend the break or make it worse here before coming around and really messing up their arm this way.
Nice.
So,
I dig it. lot of arm bars. We're all feeding off of each other today with some redirections and some takedowns.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. And then Isaac, that we didn't get to you on this round.
Okay. So I was thinking, again, kind of stitching together a couple of techniques, hooking wings into sleeper. So you get pushed back, and depending on which way you go, but I step back with I tend to step back with my left foot, hooking out. Then as that motion is continuing, and they're coming in with that big looping punch, a bit of a redirection, letting that energy go past me into a punch to the lower ribs, getting them collapsing forward, coming up and grabbing their arm, vertical punch to the face, get them moving back that direction. Then I step, drag up into it, into sleeper, and the end of it's the same. Well, maybe one or two strikes down here.
Cool, let me see that one again.
Sure. So a little bit of a different angle on it. So it's it comes in here, here, check, vertical punch, step drag up into that sleeper, takedown, and then as they're on the ground, you got their arm braced, 1, 2, 3 to finish it off.
Are you, remind me, Isaac, are you working on greens right now?
No,
On the green sheet?
I'm working on blue.
On blues. I'm just asking because one of those movements almost looked like a little bit of brushing the storm with our collapses in there.
If that's a stick technique, that doesn't surprise me that much. A lot of this is predicated on stick attacks.
Yep, it is a stick.
Yeah.
Nice. It looks like we probably have time for one more round. Does anybody have any questions? Anything that's coming up in the process today? Like I said, we've been doing pretty solid specific technique-based training, and I just wanted to let you guys explore your own Kempo and kind of let you open the floodgates a little bit, and it's looking really, really, really cool so far. So Let's get one more attack before we close out for the day. Somebody we haven't heard from yet.
Tie. Not try. Tie. You get the difference?
A left roundhouse kick.
A left roundhouse kick. Okay.
Now say it.
Left roundhouse kick. Let's give it a shot.
Sound it out. Sound it out.
All right, we got 10 seconds before we start working.
Up onto the back of it because it's a contract. Gonna toe it. Right?
All right, Army Day, you're up first. That was your suggestion, right?
Yes. Okay, so this depends on what stance you're in when you're fighting. I usually fight in like right neutral go forward, even though I'm right hand dominant. So as left is coming in, since like I'm protecting this side anyway, I just kind of absorb it and go into the center of the storm. And I shuffle in and kick the groin, and then claw with the right hand, and then face palm the face, latch on, knee, and cross out.
I have one suggestion for you to make that just a little bit more safer. More safe? Yeah, there we go. Is instead of the push drag or the shuffle, let yourself just take that step right in. And that way you're pulling a lot more of your body out of the way of that strike, and you can still get your claw or your foot maneuver.
And with the right or left?
If I'm getting kicked on the same side as the foot forward, my reaction is probably going to be to bring that back leg up, to pull myself off the line. That's my answer to not having my up the circle step, is please bring that other leg forward. Now, if I'm bringing that leg forward, I could still turn that into a kick. It's going to have to be fast to get me up there, but I'll make it more of a back kick than a shuffle front to close that gap. Now that's me. To me, that just feels a little bit safer than possibly taking the brunt of a kick on the arm or possibly the back leg. Still like the idea of getting in there. Let's go to Mr. Chris next.
Yeah, so I really don't like roundhouse kicks. My preference is to stay out of the range and then attack. So for this attack, though, I'm imagining, I really like, I liked what you did, the circle in the line, attacking, just going straight in. I'm imagining it's a bit like a haymaker for this one. So the person's coming in with they're coming in with a strong left roundhouse. They're not snapping it because the snapping one's very hard to defend against. They're coming in more like that final type, you know, they've done 3 or 4 kicks, they're coming at you and they're really sweeping in. So for this one, instead of doing a line, which I love what you did, I was exploring the idea of getting on the outside. So stepping off the line, using your left hand to catch and keep that kick going. So you're pushing it out of the way, and then from there, attacking their base, marriage of gravity, landing as you strike. Again, I don't really, I think this one's, I'd rather just stay out of range and attack, but this is at least the idea I was exploring.
I like it. Isaac, what we got?
I was
We're gonna go a
actually,
little quicker this round because I'm
That's
gonna have to close you guys at 3 for a lesson, but I want to give everybody a chance to explore.
I was exploring the idea of catching the kick and what to do with it from there.
You
So-
and me are on the same page on this one.
So stepping in with that X block,
Mhm.
and then taking the impact from that and using that as a moment to capture it. And then as I've got them here, taking that leg spread from sleeper, kicking out that bottom leg, and then from there, it's dance of death down into the groin. Pop, pop, out.
Go. Nice. Ooh, I think Kelly, you're the last one, right?
Yeah, real quick. So I'm in a right neutral bow. And so as that kick's coming in, I'm going to do a lead leg snake kick and kind of go up the circle as he's coming in. So kick him in the groin. As his head comes down, I land forward and smash him out of the thundering hammers, instantly going into a headlock. And there's going to be a chicken knees. So right, left. And keeping that left leg before it goes up, you kick him in the back leg and then knee him in the head.
Nice. Well, really cool stuff, guys. And this is basically the process I used for my black belt form. Is pick an attack and make a defense off of it. And some people like to put actual Kempo techniques in, but as you can see, your motion's going to be in there because of your training anyways. So I hope you had fun with this idea. Take it and experiment with it more with Sensei Donnie's challenge for the week. You guys already made 3 different techniques, so you have something that you could use right there. And keep playing with that idea. Go through your techniques, but then just say, I'll do sometimes, I have a straight punch coming in. How many different ways can I deal with it? And kind of opens up your mind and keeps you from getting locked up whenever we get back into those dragon circles. All right, everybody, come on back up. Happy Tuesday. Really, really cool stuff that you guys are coming up with. Your own little style of movement and lots of Kempo, lots of smart fundamentals in there. Enjoy your day. Go ahead, step out. And up. All right, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Tuesday.